Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the Monday painting video. What is the Monday painting video? What's it all about? Well, the Monday painting video is essentially a pile of shame painting video, but in the model or models in question to be painted, I voted on by you guys from last week's Wiki Wednesday, which is a weekly Q&A. In that video, I show you guys a host of models and you guys vote on what you want to paint for this Monday's painting video. In the event of a tie, I do a dice roll. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so nobody voted, which means it defaults then back to Creator's Choice. Thanks for that, guys, because that's an absolute nightmare for me to figure out which one I'm gonna pick. I made a simple choice of looking and saying, right, look, anything that's not undercoated, I'm not gonna pick, because I'd have to undercoat it, wait for that to gravel it, then undercoat it, and wait for all that to dry, then start working on it. And there were so many good models there that I would want to pick, so I wouldn't be able to decide which one. But at the same time, saying it, there was other models there that are not, should we say, silly models, but they're not really silly models. But again, they all need to be painted. So I'm like, I didn't know which to do, like which one to pick. I was going to go with the Redemptor Dread, but then I said no, because I just built Chief Librarian Tiberius, whatever his name is, from the Combat Patrol magazine, and he'll be in the vote next Wednesday. So if I picked the Space Marine, he wouldn't be able to do it. So I'll leave that. So I picked the Barbgaunts. That time these guys got some paint. Now I do have another 5 of these built from the Combat Patrol magazine. They're not undercoated, they're not ready to go, they're just built as part of my mass building of NIDs. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some Talazar blue contrast paint. Now I do a lot of my NIDs have just contrast paint on them. I find it a lot easier, especially when you're talking unit sizes of big unit sizes of big monsters. For example, Stormlords here. So to do these big panels, it's so much easier with the contrast paint. And even here for inspiration, just to give me a visual look of what way things are going. And of course, I was moving the rest of these off camera so I can focus on, so the camera will try and focus on one model rather than have the ones behind it. And I knocked the Talazar blue over. So rather than just mop it all up, I'm going to take it straight from here. Right, I'm going to go on all of the carapace. If you would have seen my NID videos before, you would know the very easy and simple colour scheme. Mostly because there is just a vast amount of NIDs to paint, and the unit sizes are always big. I'm going to get the carapace on the gun as well. Bits like this on his leg. So I'm going to go off camera and do the rest on him and the others. Now I'm going to come with some Doomfire Magenta. Now, one thing I love about these contrast paints when doing NIDs like this, if it mixes with the blue, yeah, as you can see, some of the blue is still shiny. It doesn't matter, it gives me a nice natural looking like flesh effect. So what I'm going to do is Doomfire is just get all the skin areas. It's an amazing colour this is. Especially these two colours, as they mix together, they create a nice purple look. So I'm not going to do all of it on camera, I'm going to do some of it on camera, then go off and do the rest. I'm going to go off and do the rest now. Right, so here we're at. Here's where we're at right now. Okay, see where the pink and the magenta, the doing fine magenta and the blue have mixed. It's like a purpley colour. Looks absolutely amazing. So what we'll do now, this is a bit of a controversy now. I'm going to come with some Orc Flesh. That's for Striking Scorpion Green. What I'm going to do is essentially wet blend both the colours on the weapon. Now I've done this once before with Creed Camo and is it Eldari Emerald? Just to say it was. I think it was a green as well, but I think it was the Eldari Emerald as well. And the dark one, which is going to be the Orc Flesh, gets more into the recesses, and then the lighter one stays more on top. So I'm going to come in with the Orc Flesh and I slap it all on the weapon. And it doesn't matter to me if there's part of it is the blue is still wet, because it just make it look more realistically like flesh and organic. And there you get every single part that's white. Now what I'm going to do is take some Silver Striking Scorpion and put it on as well. I can already see that. You can already see that the dark green is going to the bottom, the Striking Scorpion is coming to the top. That's looking absolutely savage. So they get into all these little bits down here. Look at that side now. You can already see how amazing that's looking. I'm already thinking, like, could I do Necron weapons like that? That might be something worth interesting looking at. Anyway, I'm going to do the same with the others. You notice I left the spikes on the gun because it's going to be painted a different colour. Right, so next colour I'm going to come in with some Druku Violet Shade. I'm going to show you where we're at with the gun so far. That is just absolutely amazing. Obviously you can see it's still wet, it's not dry yet. But what I'm going to do with Druku Violet is the first thing I'm going to do is get the brain. I'm going to get the end of these weapons. Okay. Again, it doesn't matter. Actually, I'm going to get all the claws as well. The claws hanging out. I was about to say, it doesn't matter if it hits off with one of the contrast paints, because it'll just, again, make it look natural. Right, so now I'm going to come in with some Rattling Grime. And again, this is a very easy step. Let's give you a good look at the model first. The gun looks absolutely savage. The green wet blend of those two greens just looks amazing. The purple's looking nice as well. But now I'm going to come with this Rattling Grime and I'm going to get the hoofs. And then what I'm going to do is leave them to fully dry now, ready for the next stage. So for all intensive purposes, this guy is battle ready. What that means is I can put them on the table and away we go. Now taking it beyond battle ready standard, could be anything from a wash, like the Druku Violet, to layer paint, to dry paint, technical paint. You could even use contrast paint, take it beyond. dry brushing, edge highlighting, wet blending, which I've already done on the weapon. You know, there's so many different things you can do, but I'm going to do the rattling gram on the rest of them and leave them all to fully dry, and then I'll come back to you to take it beyond battle ready standard. Right, so this is all dry now. Let's come and have a look at it now. That gun looks absolutely savage. Absolutely amazing. All looks very good. Now you'll see there's a few little white speckle bits here and there. There's nothing to be, let me throw the model down. There's nothing to worry about any of that, because the next stage, what we're going to do now is we're going to hide all that, and we're going to actually really enhance the model even more. I really love that gun. It's a very, very simple step. Now I'm going to take some Screaming Skull and I'm going to dry brush it, because everything looks better with a Screaming Skull dry brush. And we'll do one model on camera and then go off camera and do the rest. I'll take a bit of Screaming Skull on my brush and brush on some tissue. And then just come in. Now Screaming Skull is a layer paint, so it will go on bright and dull itself down. I did this because this side with the gun on it is going to really pop up even more. The fingers, the knuckles, the joint muscles all on show. That's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to do the same thing on the rest of them. And here we have it. They are done. They look absolutely savage. I'm going to a little bit dry brush heavy on a few of them, just to really just make them look different and stand out even more. I think the weapon is absolutely savage. It's amazing. And it's literally two wet blend of two contrast paints. They do all the work for me, and then a quick dry brush with Screaming Skull over the top. It's absolutely, I love it. Very, 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 very easy. Oh, that's very nice. Look at that. I could even come in again with some white scars and repeat the dry brush again, but do a very, very light dry brush just in selected areas like top of the dorsal fins, or, you know, that type of thing. Just highlight them bits even more. I don't think it needs it. So guys, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel and seeing this for the first time, hit the subscribe button because it costs you nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything that I do. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube, shares video more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys way even more. If you want to support the channel even further, there is a join button below. You can click on that and become members of the channel with various different perks. So guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, take it easy.